The Joy Behar Show, every night, 10 Eastern, on HLN.
We're starting tonight with some video you just have to see to believe. Every night, 17-year-old Felicia Frisco sleeps with her pet, a tiger. Having a 100-pound tiger as a pet, much less a roommate, doesn't sound like a good idea, but what do I know? Here to talk more about this story is Dr. Bhagavan Antal, director of the Myrtle Beach Safari and founder of the Institute of Greatly Endangered and Rare Species, who thinks it's a good idea. Welcome to the show, Doctor.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Now, this girl comes from a family of animal handlers. You know the family, I take it. Why is the animal sleeping in the girl's bed again? Tell me why.
You know, she's working with that animal as a professional animal trainer in a lifelong effort of her and her multi-generational animal trainer family to get a bond with that animal so that she and the animal have a relationship, so that as it matures, she's able to have a relationship with it when it goes into the group of big tigers that live right outside the door. Now, there's another 8 or 9 outside.
But isn't it a little dangerous to do that? The tiger has claws, right? And it has big teeth. Even though it's a baby still, it's 6 months, I would think it's dangerous to sleep with a wild animal, no?
Certainly there is a degree of danger. You know, she is a professional doing something that has a set of risks to it, just like going out and snowboarding competitively does, right? You can get killed on the slopes. She's doing something that's got a degree of risk to it, and she's working with that animal. At that age, the tiger has teeth smaller than a dog. The claws are very easy to trim when they're young, so it doesn't have the lethality of a Rottweiler until it gets about a year old. At that time, she takes it out and has it live outside, no longer has it making such intimate contact with her on a basis where she's asleep. You know, it's something that as the tiger matures, you change the rules and you adapt to its personality and its abilities.
Okay, so the tiger is still young, so it's okay now, but like in 6 months, the tiger will be eating meat. Should she kick the tiger out of her bed?
Yeah, by the time the tiger's a year old, she does plan on the tiger getting out of the bed and going out. The tiger does eat meat now. It eats a blend of meat, and it still drinks a bottle. And it is a carnivore eating things, but it doesn't look at a person as a meal, as part of its exchange with the person. It doesn't say, I eat food from you and I might eat you.
Yes.
They don't recognize that you're the same thing as a chunk of beef that you're handing them.
I know, but, you know, I remember Siegfried and Roy. I mean, Roy Horn, they raised those tigers from when they were little babies, too. And yet the tiger attacked Roy. Couldn't that happen to the girl later on?
It could happen. I mean, I know Roy very well. I've spent time with him over many decades, you know. Roy wasn't attacked by the tiger per se and torn up, right? The wounds that Roy got were no more than pencil holes. It was the collapse of some of his arteries and him having a stroke that caused most of what went wrong with Roy Horn, not a tiger bite. But he'd been bitten during his life. He'd been bitten during his other performances. That activity certainly can happen. It is very rare for it to happen for professional animal trainers that work like we do in a group. Right now with us, there's 8 people out here all watching. They have decades of experience working with the animals so that they can have that interactive quality. The tigers, when they're little, have small teeth. You can kind of do it by yourself. As they mature and they get the much bigger teeth, you've got to be much more careful about how you interact with them, what you do, and you keep a team of people. They're very unlikely to try and attack or act up with people next to you. Roy's all by himself out on stage. He did things very different than what myself and my peers do, where we work with them in what we call a team of backup.
Right. I see in the pictures that was showing that the young girl is kissing the tiger. I mean, the halitosis alone could kill her. You know,
it's like kissing. It's like kissing your dog. I mean, I have you know, friends and family that kiss different animals, and you know, some people like to kiss their dog. Some people let that Chihuahua give them a lick on the cheek. It's not my forte, but I'd say for that tiger to give her a kiss isn't that much different.
I say. What about the tiger himself? Do you think that is it a boy tiger or a girl tiger?
It's a little boy tiger. It'll be big like this guy.
Oh,
You're
look
a good
at that.
boy. look, this is a big 500-pound male. This is what he'll turn into, a guy like this, who still enjoys his bottle, still likes spending time with people, has grown an enormous set of teeth as he's matured, but still has a great personality because of how he was raised and because a group of us have dedicated our time and energies into having him learn how to interact with us.
Okay.
But as a professional, not as my pet.
Yeah, he's beautiful. Look at that baby. That's a gorgeous animal. Oh, my goodness. You're so lucky, I think, to be in the position to do that. I think it's a beautiful animal. I'm getting all excited about it.
Great privilege.
Yes, it is.
You go
but is it fair to the animal, though? I mean, you're taking them out of their natural habitat, which obviously would be in Africa someplace or India. You know, I mean, they are being kept in captivity. Is that fair to the animal, do you think?
Well, the thing about tigers is, tigers are a highly endangered species. They are very rare in the wild. National Geographic considers the tiger to potentially be extinct in just the next couple of decades. They're an animal that lives in Southeast Asia, and they have a lot of trouble there. They're being poached at an alarming rate. India, which was the capital of tigers, may only have 1,000 tigers left in the entire country at this point. So it's an animal that has disappeared. There's nowhere for a tiger to live in the wild anymore, except in small preserves. So the captive life, like this tiger Amar has, is what he'll always have. He has huge pasture areas that he's able to go out and stay in, but when he's out with us, he gets to take a walk. The greatest thing for a tiger is to have new sights, sounds, and smells, new experiences. That gives the tiger the greatest gift. That's his winning of the lottery, is a chance to do something else.
Thank you very much. That is one cute pussycat. Let me tell you something. Thank you so much, doctor, for joining me.